Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we haven't even launched the Icon of the Seas and they're already talking about the next Icon cruise ship. We have a cruise company that has pushed back another one of those residential ships. The ones that you rent for years and years and years, and it's supposed to be cheaper than living in a retirement home, etc. Well, they pushed back their starting date again, and the reason is troubling, but I have some thoughts on whether or not it's a scam. Some people are calling it a scam, and I honestly don't think it is. We have Carnival Cruise Line announcing new sailings coming to Long Beach, California, and we have P&O Cruise Line's Pacific Explorer off to the rescue again, and this time it's like a world record holder attempt. So my first story is Victoria Cruises. They are one of these ships that, I believe the ship is called the Victoria Majestic now, and they are selling residences. Everything from inside cabins to a balcony cabin, or should I say ocean view cabin, because I think they open up to a public deck sort of thing. And then they have suites on board as well. Some of the suites going for as much as $30,000 a month. You can get a balcony cabin between $6,500 and $10,500. These are the monthly expenses estimated for two people living in this ship. It was supposed to set sail in June, and it was pushed back until September. And in September, it was pushed back until December 1st. And now people are getting a letter saying that the December date is being canceled as well. And the reason for it is because they had originally had an occupancy, they said, coming up of around 72%, and they thought by December they can get the other remaining 8%. They want to be above 80% occupancy before they set sail. But unfortunately, they say there's a lot of false bookings. In other words, people made the booking or contacted them, and when they contacted them for a response and deposit and called them, they never got back to them. And to me, that's not a booking. That's like counting your eggs before they're hatched, right? A booking is a booking once money is on the sale. It's not when somebody asks you a question. I must get 30 or 40 emails a day from people just inquiring about cruising. And I don't count, oh, well, I got 30 bookings today. No, if I'm lucky, I got one booking out of those 30. So for them to come out and say that, yeah, they thought they could make up, they were at 72%, and now in reality, they're down below 63% occupancy, so they are pushing back once again. They're also saying that this is also caused by a lot of the competitors out there who have copied their model. I don't know if they've copied their model or other cruise lines, they've copied other cruise lines' model, but resident ships are not a new thing now. There's quite a few advertising them out there. The question that comes to mind is when people are making a deposit, they're asked to send $10,000 deposit to a bank account in Budapest, Hungary. And that seems awful fishy for sailing out of the United States and Florida, right? However, you know, even though some people have said, oh, that's a scam, I'm not going to do it, I can understand your hesitancy on that, absolutely. But people have said that they have received their refunds. So it doesn't appear like they're taking money and just hiding it. They're putting it into an account, and then if people need it back, they are getting their refunds. Now, if you decide to cancel, they say they will offer you a full refund. If you decide to stay on, they are offering people another $1,000 on board credit to be used at any time during the voyage. So, scam? No. Likelihood of sailing anytime soon? Also maybe no. So, but there you go. Victoria Cruises, it's called, and they're running into a little bit of delays now. Another delay, the third delay in launching that residential ship. Just goes to show if you need 80% to make a profit or to balance the books, you better make sure you actually have the bookings before saying that you think you have the bookings, because we also have the next class of the ship, the next name, shall we say, of the Royal Caribbean's largest ships in the world, the Icon of the Seas, is next one's going to be called the Star of the Seas. And while the Icon comes out early next year in January, it also will be launching the next one, Star, in the summer of 2025, less than 16 months later. So yeah, they're pumping these out pretty darn quickly, and by all expectations, the Icon of the Seas has pretty much sold out for the first year. Almost every cabin, you can get the odd cabin here and there, but forget about those big suites and forget about certain cabins. They're gone. They're gone for the whole year. And so it seems like their attempt to make a new ship has been very, very successful. So yeah, good on them. Carnival Cruise Line has announced a whole bunch of new openings and sailings from Long Beach. They are going to be having the Vista class, the Panorama, the Radiance, and the all-new Carnival Forenza, which is currently the Costa cruise ship that will be reformed into a Carnival cruise ship. So basically a brand new ship when you see it, because it'll have all the changes and redone on it, which just offers more sailings, a more variety of lengths of sailings, and gives a new opportunity to West Coast cruises. So good news, Carnival sailing many more ships and many more itineraries coming out of Long Beach. Now I got a little bit of a harrowing story as a professional rower tries to break a world record. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from cruise ship rescues to new ships coming out to new itineraries to what happens if your ship breaks down, and maybe some tips and tricks that just might save you a few dollars on your next cruise, or at least a few headaches on your next cruise. Doesn't cost anything, and again, really do appreciate it. It does help the channel out immensely when you subscribe. Again, thank you very much. Okay, a gentleman named Tom Robinson he's a Queenslander, and he attempted to be the youngest rower to solo across the ocean. And it's a 6,500 mile trek. And yeah, he was on the last leg of his trek. And in case you're wondering how big of a rowboat we're talking here, this is the size of the boat that he was on sailing across the ocean. Just a few days ago, he got into some trouble and the boat capsized on him, and he set out in the middle of the evening. He set off his emergency beacon on the ship, and about 12 hours later, he was found by a search plane. When it was notified that they sent out a search plane, found him standing on his overturned boat on the top. And the people who came to the rescue was a cruise ship, of course, the P&O Pacific Explorer. P&O's Pacific Explorer detoured away from her itinerary and came over to the rescue. They found him again sitting on top of the boat in his birthday suit. So hopefully there weren't a lot of cameras out there, but at that point, after spending a herring night in a storm and his boat capsizing and standing on his boat overnight, wondering if it's going to capsize and sink on himself, I'm quite sure he didn't really care what people thought. He was just very happy to be rescued. His family is very happy. He was able to contact his family from the boat in the medical center and let them know that he's alive and well and doing fine. And yeah, again, cruise ship comes to the rescue of trying to be the youngest rower to solo across the ocean. It's too bad. He really literally got to the last leg, last few days of his sailing when he runs into some bad weather. Will he try it again? Who knows? But again, a cruise ship one more time comes to the rescue. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.